All right, so I'm doing some OpTic VOD review on the Ultra Map 1 Vault. I'm gonna be doing this one in the S&D. I'm not doing the control again after the Miami one. I'm sick of it. It's Vault control. That it messed up. I might. We'll see. But like yeah, but that one will be for like the next day. I guess just gonna be like a whole week of OpTic again. But I'm also doing some Atlanta phase for members only. Anyways, so first thing, it didn't really amount to anything because it still got P2 spawns, but I was very confused by this. So you're going to see number one off spawn. You see number one off spawn here. So happens to be Kenny, not picking on Kenny. He just so happens to be the first person in the first clip we're going to watch at the beginning of the game. I was confused. He was walking past water truck. Beans goes around him, gets some bad timing. Beans shoots his gun at number 3 Pred with Kenny this close. Bro, if this is phase, a BZ simp, dude, any player on any team, this guy shooting this close to you with this amount of time, knowing that you're going into a hill on this side, like they're turning around to get that kill. Didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because he still got rotations for P2, but I was confused why he just kept going. And they even brought up a commentary too. Like, this guy got 2 kills because this motherfucker just walked right by him, didn't even get a kill, ran on a P1 and did nothing.
The first question mark for OpTic in terms of decision making because they were still spawning favorably, and Beans had taken a handful of shots backside P2. So
you even talking about it. And then we're gonna talk about this P2 setup because it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. I think it's a very counterproductive setup. I can understand if it's like the initial thing, but there was like something wrong with it on like the trades, but nothing too crazy. So like right here. So this is their setup right here. I'm waiting until they're all in the spot. So you can't see this arrow because number 2's kind of blocking it, but 3's on the water truck. He's watching the cross. 2's catwalk. 4's basically watching like the push through main. I think this is kind of counterproductive having 3 guys around here. I don't know if it's just me, but this hill holds so much better when like you have a guy on this side somewhere. When you have a guy somewhere on outer pool, this setup holds so much better. But this is not bad for like an initial. But the bad thing about this setup is that if any of these guys dies, the gap for this to just sprint through, honestly, this guy could even sprint through anyway, because number 1 can't realistically peek it the whole time because he peeks. There's going to be multiple people staring in his direction. So not having anyone outer to take the pressure off the guy in the hill, I think, is crazy. We've all played this map. We all know how difficult it can be sometimes when you have a really good player, really good AR playing outer, plus the guy on the hill, plus the guy here. You know, that's really hard. But having 2 guys turtled here and this poor guy Kenny on the hill by himself is really bad. And you're going to see how this all unfolds. And I'm going to kind of blame AG a bit. Granted, this could come off to some OpTic fans as me being too critical. Oh, you don't do this with other teams. Bro, I could do this with any other team, but it just so happens this happens to the most popular team. I have to do my due diligence, okay? People are asking me to make these videos, so I'm making them on this team, okay? Do you think I want to cover optical? Actually, I no, actually do. Actually, I'm interested, but like, anyways. But like, I actually do cover every other team, but that's just besides the point. So we're gonna see how this one unfolds. So AG, great kill on Beans, crazy with the SMG too, crazy kill. And then right here is where it all goes to shit. So Shotzzy gets a kill. They got 2 down. This is great. I think at this point, like the second this kill goes down, this could easily give AG some room like to push up. This guy basically has everything covered. But the bad thing is you're going to see what happens with AG here. So Shotzzy is backing away. I feel in a perfect scenario, this is all hindsight because I'm watching it, Shotzzy could just fucking go. He could just go and he could tell AG to pick up catwalk because AG's literally beside him. No way he doesn't see him on the minimap, literally standing right beside him. Like instead, he goes down and the communication must have been messed up because AG chooses to walk up the steps. And I'm pretty sure Shotzzy had info that there was more people. Like, look. Like, he knew there was multiple people pushing him. That's why he backed around the corner. And AG, all AG had to do was just, like, sit at the bottom and hard aim, and he's alive, and he probably gets a kill, and that gives enough time for Shotzzy to regen and actually get a trade. But AG just flying up the catwalk, I thought was crazy. That must have been a miscommunication because Shotzzy could easily set, or maybe he actually did say they're pushing, and AG just thought, oh, I'm just going to walk up the steps. But if he said that they were pushing him on the catwalk, why would you push up the steps? Because that's going to be a horrible timing for you. They're already going to be close enough. There's clearly a reason why your teammate backed around the wall. I know me, if I saw my teammate backing around the wall, I'm pre-aiming. I'm pre-aiming like the top steps, if anything. God damn, my phone fell. Like I said, AG pushes, and then Shotzzy's already weak, so he gets traded. Dashi gets a kill, and this is where not having a person on outer is so bad, because take a look how easy it is. And the fact that both of them died there did not help the case either. If any of them are alive, you know, it's probably a completely different scenario, but maybe they're probably like regenerating health. But the whole point of having person on outer is to give this guy the hill protection, because granted he could easily go behind the wall, but if anyone at pool, even walking up the pool here, could just sprint right in, that's why having a guy close like prevents all that. So Insight, realizing to kill two guys catwalk, he just sprints right in. And granted it's Kleenex on the outside like that gets the kill, but that's like the thing of not having anyone on the outer, like it could just fly right in the hill. Look, he just realized that, he just hit this shit right away. He just knew. And then just walk right through.
A little messy moment here from OpTic, still spawning close, but not keeping eyes on the rotation over through palms. Shotzzy creates an opportunity for the rest.
And then like you saw this hill played out. They should not have lost that. Like that should have been free time for them, I'm not gonna lie. Free time. Okay, so then they get to go out the hill. And I guess I'll preface everything I say. There might be some things like that made to just be a bit too harsh, but it's just the overall theme of the video is like the lack of teamwork in the OpTic camp right now. So right now they're in the middle of trades right now. Like, you know, the guy just got broken. AD's already here. You know, a trade just went down, so he's literally trying to get active. Not blaming him there. He's actually able to get a kill. Shotzzy's already like beside him, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I have to chow. He gets one, and then Kenny, yeah, is like next in line, but like the second that guy goes in, I feel, dude, this is so harsh because he could just be like in the moment, like, you know, having like the battle, but he could easily just wait like a second for number 4 who's right there. Like that's an easy communication. Like Dashi's like, oh hey, like I'm right here, and then Adashi picks up the door, he picks up outer, and then he tries to go around and break it from that way as Dashi's staring at the back door. Like just a simple thing to slow down, wait for your teammate for like a second and literally try to break it, because you know, like they potentially could have broken it. And I'm thinking, like, let's say that they did break it, like let's say it was like the 2v2 here, so like right now it's like a quote-unquote 2v2 here. So let's say Kenny gets one, he dies, or let's say it's even like a 2v1. Maybe he goes on the outer heady, like right there, and then this guy who actually ends up going outer comes around, he gets the kill, and then he collapses on the front side, maybe gets traded, and Dashi gets the kill. So let's say that's basically what happens here. So we're gonna kind of play it through like a little bit. So like let's say at this point now it's number 4 on the hill, number 6 is not there, so number 6 is just gonna like spawn out. So let's say it's number 4 where number 6 is. If Dashi's on the hill, that now creates a distraction for 2 to actually be able to, like, you know, that probably creates a gap for him to be able to get that kill. They have a guy on the hill, like they get like the time, but that's just like a harsh thing. It just like It was in the middle of trade, so you know I can understand it's actually harsh to like say because everyone was going in, but like everyone was kind of going in like 2 seconds after like the other person died, which is understandable because like if they just got a trade, you have to be there to go get that trade, but it can't just be one by one, one by one, one by one. That only works on like protocol P4, like when you trade and the guy flies in to trade, you know, like instantly. It's the only map that works on, but these other maps just way too close. So this time around, we're not even going to be paying attention to what's on this screen. We're going to be paying attention to the mini map. I'm going to enlarge the mini map too. Usually on P2 with this much time left, I'm even going to play you a clip from a random vault that I broke down. Dude, I'm not even going to play the clip. I'm just going to play the mini map. Kenny takes this exact same route. Ultra did their homework. I know it's probably like a pretty obvious thing, you know, it's probably some people to watch it, but dude, it looked like number 5 was waiting for it. So right now he's like there, all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, yeah, like I'm gonna go back. Look how he waits for this. Kenny literally takes this route all the time, bro, and Beans caught him on like the back art rotation. I saw that on the minimap. I was like, dude, Kenny did this exact same thing. He does this all the time. Like all like the VOD I break down does the same shit. They read him. But that's just like a small thing I wanna. Not blaming Kenny on that. I'm just saying Ultra did great homework on that. I would actually say, but OpTic ended up actually getting like this side back. I'm not too crazy about this one. I saw this as an example as some people brought up. And I could understand, and I am gonna like say it is pretty like unacceptable-ish. So like the fact of spawn, like no one's picking up like this side. Granted, it's still 33 seconds. They're probably thinking, you know, they're probably not there yet. But we have the guys on the hill. This guy has to like at least like peek on this side just to see if he at least caught a timing, you know, like something like that. Like I do this all the time. Whenever I wrap on the side and I go square, I always like just peek up the thing just to make sure. Sometimes I actually might even go up top and then boop like before I literally hit the route mid. But so we'll kind of like let that be, because even right after Ford checks it, I guess he just doesn't see him because he glances at it. Like they just got that guy too, so like he really has to focus on this. He doesn't need to leave the house, to be honest. He doesn't even need to leave the house right now. Like, they have no control. Every one of his teammates is all pushed up. He needs to fucking stay back here. He shouldn't even be moving up. He should be in art, like, actually, like, not moving. I'm not even kidding. He should be in art. All your team is pushing up, and now you're essentially, quote-unquote, giving away. Like, now he thinks, like, the guy hasn't even crossed yet. Could call it bad timing, whatever. But here's the part where I feel like it gets worse right here. So he gives number 1 like the spawn, and then right here he gets shot at. So now they know insight's in P4. Dude, the second you know there's a guy in your P4 20 seconds before P4 is popping, that to me, my friend, is number 1 priority. Not talking about Shotzzy. Shotzzy got to kill him mid. I'm even going to tell you like what AG does, because we're going to be focusing on this stuff. AG sees Joe. Joe finesses him. Joe gets out. He chases him. Joe gets the kill. Not really his fault. I mean, everyone could get like Daisy Duked every fucking once in a while. It doesn't matter. It's more about this. So he gets shot at, and Kenny immediately goes sprinting for him. Dashy should be going back to go help him. Go find this motherfucker. Everybody already knows these guys are going to spawn here. You will have enough time to go clear this guy at the back and be able to like turn around, because they have to go all the way through, make it through our. As long as you have control of the back and you have the guy on this side out, it's easier to control when they're all coming like from this side. So he looks and he's like, fuck, I guess I'll just fucking leave it to you. He gets shot by that guy and goes for a wide swing chow on this guy. If he gets the kill, it doesn't really look as bad, but bro, a guy just shot at you in P4. You could say he had faith in Kenny. With the way Kenny's been playing lately, I'm going with Kenny. I'm helping him out. But, you know, bro, you just got shot. Leave that guy alone, bro. Leave that guy alone. And then Kenny goes, and then he dies. And it looks bad when, like, you're not, like, watching in slow-mo, and you just kind of see everybody just die, and all of a sudden they don't have P4 rotations. Like, you just see him go. You see AG in mid. Joe's finessing him. Joe makes it out. Kills Pred. Dashi on the street dies. Now Kenny dies. It looks way worse when, like, you just see, like, in fast motion, everyone just collapses. And then Shotzzy actually ends up getting a 2-piece here. Opens it up. They get the trade. Insight showing presence. Gets that kill. Great kill for him. OpTic get the back spawns. They actually get the back spawns, but Insight plays his life crazy up here. I don't even know how he gets that pistol kill on Shotzzy, man. Damn. Bro, he didn't even shoot him. He just, like, he actually finessed the wall and just hopped back out and just freak pistol whipped him. But here, so Dashi is art, and he gets the kill mid. AG gets this kill. This is something I actually want, like, your guys' opinion on. I actually want to know what you guys think. So now they get these people. They know Insight's up here. Or not Insight. Like, they know Kleenex. So Kleenex just gets a kill. They know Kleenex is in the building, but he isn't on the hill. If he isn't on the hill, he can only be up top, you know? I'm thinking, I know exactly what Kenny's thinking, and that's why I don't even think it's a bad play. Like, he knows there's going to be people off spawn sprinting to come help this guy. So if he's able to get one, he's essentially, like, delaying the push. In a perfect world, he gets his kill, and then he goes back and he helps number 4 clear at number 8. But he peeks out the door. He gets one, but Joe's already pushed up around the corner. He gets the kill, so it's unfortunate. I was just thinking, like, it could be hindsight, but I'm thinking instead of going for, like, spawners, go for, like, the priority, especially since you already have a teammate back here and you really need to secure back spawns for, like, your team. Granted, if they go for this guy, it takes too long. These guys already pushed up. So it really is no, like, right or wrong scenario on that, but it was unfortunate. And it could have been a perfect P4 hold for them. Like, I think number 5 just walked up the side too, yeah. Yeah, like, so Kenny already knew about that guy. I actually didn't even see that. Kenny knew about that guy, which is even worse. So Kenny knows Kleenex is here and Beans is here. So you know there's a guy in your top and you know there's a guy in your back. Why are we going for spawners? Okay, that actually makes it even worse. Dude, crazy what you see when you freaking, like, rewind it over and over again. And Kleenex pops it too, which is actually even worse. So you know there's a guy up top, and you know there's a guy in the back. This guy's going for, I'm not going to say they're irrelevant kills, because I still think it's, like, smart just to pop, like, a quick spawn kill, just to delay, like, the pressure a bit. And, you know, I could open up, like, this side for, like, your team who's spawning mid to get by if you at least take out one again. But you got 2 guys in your back here. And then, I mean, that setup's just gone, bro. That setup's just gone. It is kind of unfortunate, because I guarantee I could watch any other VOD from any other team, and you'll see a bunch of unfortunate things like that. But I'm pretty sure it gets worse in this hard point as we're going to go through. So, okay, so I just wanted to highlight the life of Insight here. And these are the things that you won't appreciate about Insight until you really see the insides of his gameplay. But I mean, there are a lot of times he's playing slow, all that stuff. But this was a great, like, minute and a half. I don't even know, like, the time on it, but this is a great life from Insight. Okay, it's a great life from Insight. So off spawn, pay attention to number 7, and just great teamwork information. Like, so take a look at this one clip of Ultra and Insight as we go through it, and then just take a look at OpTic in general on this map. You don't see anything like this from OpTic, and you could tell by the arrows on Ultra, like the formation that they had on this P1, because P1's a very mixy hill, but they did a very good job of making it as organized as possible, and they got good time off of it, which is something only really really good teams could do. Um, it's very hard to do it in like in like eights or ranked, like because everyone's fucking just playing whatever, but in an organized setting, bro. So take a look at him off spawns. So he goes through ammo. He gets to trade on number 1. And then he has an angle on hill. I don't know why Shotzzy would chal it because he has an AR and he has an SMG. But sure. Give Insight a free kill. And then Insight realizes where his team's spawning. So he says, I'm going to play my life a back P2. I'm playing my life back P2 because all my team just spawned out. I don't want to die because I don't want to spawn back there with them, give OpTic full control. Now OpTic knows where we're all coming from. I want to remain an unknown variable. All they know is that I'm back here. They don't know where I am. So he's playing a pretty safe spot. I'm pretty sure he knows the whereabouts of this guy because if his team just spawned on this side, this is like the only place he could spawn. He's not going to spawn behind him ammo. So he's going to spawn over on this side, which is why he's angled more towards this way. So like you'll see, he's like thinking maybe I got unlucky, like because like even though if spawns, like like you'll see a lot of scenarios where pro players know where people are coming from, but then you'll see him just like because like sometimes this game's super random, but yeah. But then he turns back. Number 1 shows up. He gets the kill. Meanwhile, his team's just effectively trading on the hill as well. Like they just 3-hit the hill, which is something I love doing, by the way. So something I love doing is just fucking setting numbers at the hill because you're always gonna win it every time. And now he's blocking like the spawn. He's waiting there. Now his teammate spawns there, and now he's like, okay, now my teammate spawned there. Now I know that we have this side, and now all of OpTic's on this side. So he goes catwalk because you got to clear off catwalk when it comes to P1. Gets the guy off catwalk. He peeks outer just in case anyone's taking a route around outer to get the P2 spawns. He's holding catwalk. He's holding catwalk. He's holding catwalk. Checks outer again, just maintaining control. Because this is a power position on P1, is this catwalk side, and then he has to peek outer because, they're going to be spawning on this side. Could be taking routes outer pool. We see people do all the time. So he's just holding down the power position. And when you have someone holding catwalk down, it makes sitting on this hill 10 times easier. There's so much less you have to worry about. And this is how great that this formation is. So you have the guy on catwalk covering this. You have Joe, who at this angle sees all of main, and then you have the guy on the hill who's like obviously on the hill soaking, and then you have 5 picking up this. So essentially from this position they have every single thing covered now. Like from this position, catwalk, main, outer, everything's covered. Just those 3 things, like just those 3 directions. Now this guy on the hill is kind of just gonna like pick up where he needs to pick up. But his main objective at this point is soaking time. Everything's covered. If Insight somehow dies here, he could turn this way. If Joe needs help, he could go this way. If this guy does on this side, he'll either peek this way or go back, whatever. But he's basically in a spot to cover everything. Insight gets another kill on catwalk. Takes this guy up, gets that guy too, because F it, why not? Gets those kills, realizes, okay, that's 2. There's a chance they third guy, if there's a third guy, probably becoming poolside. Peeks that. Now he has help on the catwalk. And I don't know why Ultra did this, but it still ended up working anyway. Because they probably could have held this, still had OpTics still spawning here, and it would have been perfectly fine. But Beans not only goes to check outer, but he also blocks the spawn as well, which gets OpTic spawning on this side again. But they just got 2 fresh kills. So now 6 pushes up through main. And this is obviously a calm. This has to be a calm 100%. He's timing it with Beans. Beans pushes through the catwalk as Joe's there. If he died, he easily gets like the trade. If he dies, he gets the trade. They pinch Catwalk, get the guy off Catwalk as Insight is watching Outer, but then they go to check Outer after Insight gives it up, and Insight knows that now his team is pushed up far, so it's going to, so now basically they're not blocking this side anymore because you have to like actually block the back in order to block this on P1, otherwise it's going to spawn them there, especially when your team is pushing through main. Because there are like sectional spawns. Like if you're pushed like past this and there's nobody blocking the back, then they're going to spawn back there. Like you have to be like on the hill. It's just the way like the map is. But he realizes this guy pushed through, so now he knows they're gonna spawn back ammo, and he catches Shotzzy. He catches Dashy. I mean, that's just class, bro. Freaking Shotzzy, like, what did Shotzzy slide off of? Oh, he like slid off of the ledge. But then he pieced them. Gets that. Beans died, but Joe traded like the guy on Outer. And now they have control of the back, and now they know where OpTic is. And now they basically have full control of this. And you got Joe pushed up on Catwalk. He's getting spawn kills. Doesn't matter if he gets traded. He was able to get one. Shotzzy goes around the truck. He dies. And now they have like the close cover. And take a look at these guys. Not going through this side to double up on this side. They realize how important Outer control is. Because once you get control of Outer, I mean, at this point, they're probably going to try to like flip spawns after like they get some kills. Like, look how much control you have at P2 when you have like control of Outer, as opposed to like leaving the guy on the hill by himself and everyone trying to take control of Catwalk. Fuck Catwalk control. If you have control of Outer, Catwalk's pretty useless because you have to run on the hill. The guy's an angle on it, and also the guy on the outside has an angle on it. And if you push up, they're all just going to spawn in the back. So now they know they have OpTic in the back now. Poor number one's already getting like spawn killed. Actually, no, he actually doesn't even die there. Whoops. But that's like crazy though. Like that should not be happening though. So, someone want to point out is I remember the clip of Octane rage baiting right here. He was raging that Dashy did not fly on the hill, but I have a defense like for Dashy here because I think it's another rage bait Octane. I already fucking covered another one. He actually rage baits a lot. I actually do enjoy when. Actually, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I actually have some mixed opinions on it, but. So Dashy is under the assumption his teammates are going to get the trade on the hill. So he thinks his team's going to get the trades on the hill, so he's just watching Outer, you know? He's just watching Outer. So we're going to see how this plays out. So Six gets his kill. Six should never be alive, by the way, too. I just have to clarify that. He should never be alive like this long. Like, he's alive for way too long, gets way too many kills. So like he gets Shotzzy, and then he's thinking because he's one shot, because I know Shotzzy 100% called that he was one shot. I know for a fact he did. And now Dashy knows his team is spawning in the back. So why would Dashy? So this is why I don't understand why Octane was like raging. Oh my god, Gabbo, what are they doing? He literally hopped on his chair. He's walking around like, what are they doing? Bro, team just spawned in the back. If Dashy runs on the hill, it doesn't matter if he gets the trade. By the time he sprints around, he's probably going to die from like whoever's on the catwalk, whoever pushes up poolside. He has to like pick that up, you know? He has to. He has to. He's thinking, Shotzzy just died. I know Shotzzy's going to call it he's one shot. I know Shotzzy doesn't really calm that much, but I know he calmed he's one shot. So, Shotzzy comes, he's one shot. He's thinking Kenny's just going to walk in and forget that kill. Then he realizes Kenny doesn't get the kill. Now he's like, oh shit. Now I got to go trade because Kenny didn't get the kill. So now he tries to run in and he dies. And it looks way bad. Way worse. Way worse than it should. Way worse than it should. Like, he was like thinking, and then he sees Kenny's close. He's like, all right, yeah, fuck, Kenny's got that. So now I'm going to pick that up. So now Kenny doesn't get the kill. Then he goes to run and he's like, oh shit. But That's my opinion on that. And now they have all OpTic in the back. Just a lot of organized team. And I said this about Ultra before, especially when they used to play ATL and like they would beat them. Oh shit, man, I got an itch. They're very good at punishing teams that don't play the game correctly. Like, if you do not play the game correctly, Ultra is the #1 team in the world that punishes teams that don't play the game correctly. Like, whenever they lose to Atlanta FaZe, that's when Atlanta FaZe is actually like firing all cylinders. They're shitting on them. But Ultra is the one team, like the best team in the world. When you make a mistake or you're not playing the game the right way, they punish you. Any iteration of Insight Kleenex, bro. Insight Kleenex with any other two. It's just like the way Ultra is, like the organized Call of Duty that they're able to play if they actually are playing it, because sometimes, I mean, they're off. But they are the best team in the world at punishing you. I mean, obviously, like LAT, like Atlanta FaZe, but I just feel like Ultra just has like a very technical way of punishing you with like their correct Call of Duty when they're playing it correctly, if that makes sense. But yeah, OpTic was not playing correctly, punished. I guess we're just gonna kind of walk through the rest of this hard point because they just kind of got shit on for the rest of it, but exact same thing as like the first like P2 to P3 rotation. There goes Kenny, the exact same route. Not saying he's doing anything wrong. I just think it's funny taking the exact same route. Gets the exact same result again. But this time Insight, or this time Beans has help. So Beans gets him, Beans gets traded, and now Insight gets him, and this is where Insight just starts frying. Just fries him. And now they got him in a blender now, because now the back's being blocked, and now he's in a position where they're all just gonna spawn here. This is actually like a perfect spawn trap. You can execute this in ranked if you're in the perfect positions. Requires a lot of discipline, kind of, but this guy could actually just soak time. If there's a guy over here, they're just gonna keep spawning here. Like, they're not gonna spawn back here, and you can just have him in a spawn trap. And the funny thing about this is, like, you only got like 8 seconds off of this P3, but they had OpTic pinned in the back for like the whole entire time. The whole entire time.
You know, you could sit here, and obviously there's been a bit of magnifying glass onto OpTic, but Ultra are playing really damn well right now. So there's that.
Like, all they really did was just like keep them off the hill. And like, and now they had control again, and now they're going right back up to spawn kill them and keep them off the hill. They have nobody in the hill right now. Like, they're just playing with their food. They're playing for statistics at this point. They're just stat padding. Now Beans is like, there's only 15 seconds left. Let me get to like the P4 side. You know, they could easily cut through. And even though 2 guys just ran by there, Insight being able to read, you know, they could have got a horrible timing. I'm just going to glance to my right. I mean, there's an underground right there as well. And then just knee slide kills that guy too. Just like, OpTic couldn't get anything going. Like, the whole time on P3, like, they should have just like triple hit out on like this side and just like left P3 alone. Like, if we like rewind it like all the way back here. Like, they should all just like work together to get this guy. All of them, all go around, like all go around together to get this guy out. Start working catwalks. Start working catwalk. 2 guys work catwalk. Instead, AG goes back towards the hill. Why? I know you need time. Like, it's fucking 47, but this would have a perfect time to get out of your spawn so you're not trapped. Like, instead he plays the hill, dies. Guess where he gets spawned again? In the back. There always has to be a guy. Even if you're down, there's got to be a guy that gets out, bro. Your whole team can't be trapped. There needs to be an unknown variable, like, to throw Ultra off and to not have everyone all looking the same direction. That's why, like, a lot of teams all the time, like, they try to get 4 down on, like, whatever hill, so now they know where they're all spawning. But if they realize, oh, fuck, we haven't found AG in a while, next thing you know, this guy top bar is like now staring over here, like allows people to actually like take space just by having a person taking around. But they had no one taking around, just got trapped the whole time. Yeah, so Insight gets his pieces. I mean, like, you see in this, and like this is where I had my question marks here. So Insight, Shame on you, Kleenex. I know you're up 168 to 52, but shame on you. There's 5 seconds left on P3. You don't need to be challenging that. You know where you're going to spawn. If you die on rotation, you're going to spawn back ammo. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad play. I know they think they're up, but bro, I don't know. I always kind of hated that from pro. Like, I know, like, the whole over challenge when you're like shitting on a team, like, yeah, I don't care, but like, let's just say Kleenex dies here, and then next thing you know, OpTic breaks, and they get like a full 60. Next thing you know, it's 168 to 100. You're kind of like, oh fuck, and then it goes into like a P1. You know, P1's mixy. Next thing you know, it's a P2, and they get all their time back, and then it's like a tie game. It's like 170 to 170. You know, you never want to give up a money hill, no matter how much you're up. Like, just like, you know, don't chow that, bro. Second that guy dies, go pick up main or some shit and have Beans watch over you. Beans is up top, watch over that. You watch mid, and how the guy on the hill could honestly just peek that, give Insight some time to get back in it. But now here's where it gets unacceptable. So Insight and Kleenex are gonna spawn out. OpTic now have a 4v2 essentially to break this hill, which means they gotta go. Like, this is the best opportunity you're ever gonna get to break a P4. And I'm going to mute it because they're in like a listen in. The fact that Joe and Beans clutch this 2v4 and hold the hill with just 2 of them, unacceptable on the part of OpTic. I know it's possible. They played it very well. I'm not taking anything away from Beans and Joe. They played it extremely well. But bro, this is unacceptable. First, some I didn't really like, but like, I can understand why he's doing it. So you just got Insight and Kleenex both on this side. There is no way you think there's going to be like a third person here. He's kind of staring at the statue. Probably thinks he's at like the statue. I can understand that. A bit too slow for my liking. When you just got a guy in art and a guy right by art, so the other two got to be by the hill. There's got to be a guy on the hill. I would just assume, you could say it's hindsight, but ain't no way this guy's going to be statue when both his teammates just died right here. There's no way a third guy would be here. The other two would just have to be on the hill. And yeah, he could be up top. He's like sliding, looking at that, but he wasted so much time, and he wasn't even looking. He like slid and he looked the other way. He's like he died off spawn to the guys from behind, bro. You gotta just move. When you get these two down, bro, you gotta just take the space. Like, I would have much rather have him like right after he gets his kill, even if he's one shot pushing up. If you push up and die, that means this guy's now occupied and 2 could slide by. But unfortunately for him, Joe reads this because he's reading the pressure. He knows that OpTic's going to try to rush at this hill because they have a man advantage. So instead of Joe just being like a crim player and just like sitting on the hill, hard aiming the door, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I know someone's going to push because, you know, they had the man advantage on us over like in this area. So I'm going to just push out, get the kill. Big kill. And now it's like a 2v2, and now it's a 2v1, and now it's like great. And now Joe knows the last guy's going to come at like the side door. He's anticipating it, gets the kill. And now Kleenex and Insight show up like, oh shit, you guys took care of everyone? Holy fuck, no, shit. Like, dude. I mean, granted, Insight like did get that kill, but they could have played this way better. I mean, granted, 3 and 1 were pretty far out, bro, but I mean, he doesn't need to take this route. They just need to all hit through mid. Like, taking any extra second when you know the guys are not going to spawn, like, you need to take space. Like, let's just say there's a chance they could spawn in the back. You need to push up anyway just to prevent them from spawning in the back so they could spawn out. So I think Kenny should just be sprinting right through, and then if he slides through main, Pred slides through main, and then next thing you know, Kenny's right there to watch over him. Next thing you know, they're actually able to push up and take space. But they just troll that, man. They just troll it. And you know what? They're never getting it back now. They got 2 before in the hill, and now it's just a bunch of crossfires. Crossfires all the time. Kleenex gets 2 on the cross. And now he's watching that cross, but right when he gets tagged, Joe has the wherewithal to, like, you know, peek out, even though he actually just kind of peeked out the door. I didn't really like that insight used the streak, but I know he's up like 190 to 54, so he doesn't really care. Like, he would have got the exact same like results anyways. So like they actually ended up getting 3 off the hill anyway, but like he would have got the exact same results with the streak, just going up the statue and literally fucking watching the cross, because all it did was just like hold them off. But it didn't really matter anyway. That's just one of those that we're pissing on these kids.
Knocking out, bro.
Yo,
Challenge. I got
fucking awful, bro. Holy shit.
Push forward.
This guy.
And look, OpTic's playing so bad. These guys were like, "Yeah, I'm fucking challenging these kids. Like, I don't even care no more, bro."
But it's just like fundamentals aren't there. We're not trading out efficiently. We're challenging one-on-one gunfight after one-on-one gunfight.
And like you know how much more like effective it is to hold when like you have outer, even though that guy died. I mean, like he's actually able to prevent this guy from like going run on the hill. Just the benefits of having like a person outer is like things like that. It makes having a person outer pool makes the guy's life on hill way easier, way less anxious, you know, as opposed to having everyone over here. I think they realized that right away, and like they were able to readjust. Granted, it was Kenny on the hill last time, so I'm pretty sure Kenny already knew I had to be outer pool, but these other guys had no fucking clue. And then it's so funny because I have to bring this up. We already covered it twice. 3 times in a row on the same map, dying on the same rotation, on the same hills, in the same spot. It's actually hilarious. I can't even, like, it's actually so funny. Like, it's so funny. There goes Kenny again on the outer, and look who's mean with him. Big Beans gets him for the 3rd time in a row. Kenny went 0 for 3 on rotational fights on Art's side to try to get the B4 spawns. This poor freaking guy, man. This poor guy. But now Ultra's like so close to the win that OpTic, I mean, yeah, they can play for P4, but now they gotta really actually focus on just breaking. They gotta honestly focus more on literally fucking breaking Ultra off the hill. Can't even speak.
Looking good through the first 30 seconds here in our 3rd hard point. Plus, they still have a couple of members holding over towards Art to stop this rotation from Kleenex. Okay, so OpTic are starting to play some good Call of Duty now. All of a sudden, they have blinked and they have figured it out. A lot of time here at P3. Currently have the rotation over towards New. Couple players.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god, man. Ultra's like so comfortable with like the lead they have. They didn't even bother. They didn't even bother trying to rotate for P4. They said we're gonna get P4 from like the front side this time. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna give ourselves a challenge. Joe's able to find a great gap through. Just missed that guy in the back, and look at this corner, bro. What a corner, bro. And then, granted, they already had like the win at this point, but he was intentionally kill whoring in the back, bro. Like, he was just kill whoring in the back. He wasn't making any play. He was just staying alive in the back, just not doing much. Just kind of chilling. I mean, he's not really waiting for the help when his fucking team's already right there, but now he's like, alright, fuck this. Like, alright, I'll start going in the hill now. And it's over from there. I mean, not really that like crazy of a map from OpTic. I mean, it's probably more like in the S&D, but that was just like way too easy. And this map, man, this map is like on the more simple maps to play. Especially since it was like the most popular map at the beginning of the game. Everyone played this map. This is probably the map people had the most amount of reps on. A lot of 8s were played on this map. A lot of scrims on this map. This was OpTic's best map. And there's no way just having AG in there just makes it. I mean, honestly, this is like the type of game where like if one person plays completely different, isn't as aggressive, isn't playing in a specific way, it could throw the whole equilibrium of the team off. But 48 from Big Joe. And it's so funny, like, they played bad, but they still got 155 points. But, you know, it really did come down to, like, the P4 rotations. Like, they used to be so good with P4 rotations. They used to have Shotzzy by himself win P4 rotations. And now their only strategy to get the P4 rotations was let's send Kenny B Street 3 times in a row, have him die 3 times in a row. The second time, Shotzzy was around trying to help him, but then he got traded out. But I think they should have sent 2 guys every single time. But it was just an easy read from Kenny. Like, Kenny should have switched it up and went through, like, P1 or, like, did something different, but kept going out her the whole time. And then the second P3, they got trapped in the back, didn't take any routes to get out. You know, the first P2 kind of sloppy. You know, like, it's just, like, small. It's, like, dude, it's just, like, one philosophy thing that they need to, like, switch, and they're already, like, a great hardpoint team again. Like, all these maps I've covered of them, like, oh, my God, like, they keep losing hardpoint. Like, 250 to 155 is pretty bad, you know, especially when you're a team on the caliber of OpTic, but it's 155 points. It's not crazy bad, but it is, like, bad, you know. It's like an 100-point lead. I mean, freaking crazy. But, yeah, I mean, there's, like, so much I could say, but I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the roster or whatever, but I'm just saying who's going on. But, yeah, it's just the dynamic they need to figure out. If they just develop the teamwork that Atlanta FaZe has, they would be, I'm not going to say unstoppable because, like, you still have Kenny and not sure if he needs help shooting that gun, man. I don't know what it is, but, yeah. And I did miss the part as well when he was on the steps YYing on like catwalk. I actually did miss that. I forgot when that was, but yeah, there was an instead of him YYing. I want to see if I could find that, but I'm not sure where that would even be. I think it was on a P2. But anyways, I will find it after maybe. But yeah, they just need, dude, just watch Atlanta FaZe and LAT play and just copy them bar for bar, bro. Bar for bar. Especially as I heard Shotzzy say he's jealous of the way LAT plays. Then play like them, bro. It could be that simple.